In breaking inputs coming in with the Supreme Court now having allowed the West Bengal government to amend its petition which had challenged the Aadhar Act. The petition will change the provisions of the Aadhar Act that denies social welfare scheme for non-linking of Aadhar. Earlier, the West Bengal government had challenged the validity of the Aadhar Act. The Supreme Court had shot that down in slamming the West Bengal government, saying how can a state challenge the validity of an act passed from the central government through Parliament. They were asked to amend the petition. An amended form would now be accepted in what the Supreme Court has done today, and allowing the West Bengal government to make that amendment to its petition which was challenging the Aadhar Act. The Supreme Court had also gone on to say that if need be, the West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee could put in a plea as an individual petitioner, but under no circumstances can a state government be seen putting in a petition against an act that has been passed by Parliament. We have with us our correspondent Meenakshi Bhanja with those inputs there. Meenakshi, there in the Supreme Court, in allowing for that amendment now, what next?
Well, Seher, this was the initial embarrassment which Mamata Banerjee faced in Supreme Court, like you just referred to, when the Supreme Court posed a tough question as to how, as a state government, she was challenging an act which was passed by Parliament. However, there is some good news for her on the horizon. The Supreme Court has permitted for her to amend her plea. So this amended version of Mamata Banerjee's plea will include her challenging the notifications issued by various authorities, the notifications pertaining to the compulsory linking of Aadhar to welfare schemes. So Mamata Banerjee, in spite of suffering embarrassment and a loss of face before the Supreme Court, clearly not wanting to back down, and therefore she is going ahead with the amended challenge wherein she will be challenging the various notifications which made it compulsory for the welfare schemes to be linked to Aadhar.
All right, so she would at the end of the day be going ahead in challenging this as an individual.
Well, that bit is not clear, because it could be the West Bengal government as well, which could challenge, because the premise of the challenge has been changed here. It is going to be amended. Initially, it was Mamata Banerjee challenging the Aadhar Act itself. Now it will be either the West Bengal government or Mamata Banerjee who will be challenging the various notifications that have been issued by several authorities over a period of time, which makes it compulsory for linking to Aadhar to avail the various welfare schemes of the government. So therefore, that is the amendment which the plea will now have before the Supreme Court. But the news which is interesting is the fact that the Mamata Banerjee government is not willing to back down insofar as Aadhar is concerned, in spite of having suffered a loss of face at the Supreme Court because of poor draft.
Absolutely. Insofar as their argument here has been that in the form of this act, and now they're to challenge those notifications, just a bit of technicality here that had come into play is what our correspondent Meenakshi is trying to explain, that you will have the West Bengal government or either the Chief Minister in a personal capacity question the notifications, because the West Bengal government in their argument all along has maintained that this Aadhar Act and this insistence for the central government to link Aadhar to your ration cards or to avail of social welfare schemes has been anti-poor on ground. Many thanks for those inputs there.